It's been a tough year. I think everybody can relate to that. I think everyone's had a tough year in their own unique way. And I think it's important that we put our evening tonight in that context. We put our evening in the context of, okay, what have we learned about ourselves this year? We've discovered a lot about ourselves, but have we learned anything about ourselves? And I think quarantine put our lives under a microscope. I think quarantine, the lockdown, it showed us where the cracks are in our lives. And it showed us where the cracks are in our society as well. There's a lot going on in the world at this moment, but there are two mega trends that nobody is talking about. We spend most of our time, and certainly the media spends most of its time, talking about the symptoms of what the challenges we face as a society and as humanity are at this moment in history. But there are two mega trends that nobody's talking about. The first mega trend is soul denial. Humanity is coming into this phase where we're just in denial of the fact that we actually have a soul, that our soul needs to be fed, that our soul gets hungry, that our soul gets thirsty, and that we do have a soul. And it is an immortal soul, and it is going to live forever. And humanity is moving into this phase where we're just in denial of the soul. And that leads to the second mega trend. And the second mega trend is dehumanization. Dehumanization essentially takes place when we stop treating people like people. We lose empathy. We stop treating people like people. We objectify people. We treat people as a means to an end. And this dehumanization process takes place. We do it to other people, but we also do it to ourselves at times. And it's important to recognize that. What is the answer? What is the solution to these two mega trends that are coming through the world and coming through our lives? The answer, the solution, is rehumanization. One of the biggest parts of our mission as Christians at this time in history is the rehumanization of humanity. Is there a book we can read about this? Is there an expert on this? Yeah, there is. The guy's name is, let me think of it. Jesus. Jesus of Nazareth, Jesus the Christ, Jesus the Messiah. He's the expert on rehumanization. And what's the book called? Yeah, it's called the Gospels. Yeah, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. These are the source of knowledge and wisdom about rehumanization. They are the source of knowledge and wisdom about how you enter the process of rehumanization for yourself. Because let's face it, before you're a mom, before you're a dad, before you're a worker, before you're a co-worker, before you're a coach, before you're a leader, before you're a business owner or businessman or businesswoman, before any of that, you are a human being. And you've got legitimate needs, physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual. And so for 2,000 years, Christianity has been the primary humanizing force in our culture. For 2,000 years, Christianity has been the primary humanizing force in individuals' lives. And it's time to get back to it. Because the world megatrends, soul denial and dehumanization, the megatrend that needs to come out of Christianity again is the rehumanization of humanity in every civilization.